recently uploaded a video about the forgotten shows of 1974. So if you haven't seen my part 1 video, check it out. I will link it in the description below. Today I will be doing part 2. So here is part 2 of the forgotten television shows of 1974. Kodiak starred Clint Walker as Cal Kodiak McKay, a committed member of the Alaska State Patrol who covers some 50,000 square miles of rugged territory in Alaska. Nicknamed Kodiak by the locals, he both protects and befriends. And despite its stunning, picturesque backdrop, Kodiak encountered several hurdles during its very brief run. It struggled to attract viewers. The critics hated it. The New York Times called it a disaster. And it competed with the immensely popular Sanford and Son. The time slot and the poor reviews led to the show's almost immediate cancellation. Only 6 of the 13 episodes filmed ever aired. ABC's The Texas Wheelers was set in the fictional town of Lamont, Texas, and followed the lives of 4 siblings, played by Gary Busey, Mark Hamill, Karen Obadier, and Tony Becker, whose absentee father, Zach, played by Jack Elam, shows up in their lives after their mother's death. Zach immediately begins involving himself in his children's lives, whether they want him around or not. He goes out of his way to avoid any sort of work. He continually tries to impart his wisdom to his children he abandoned. And for the most part, the show drew critical praise. The Chicago Tribune called it a deliciously strange kind of TV series. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette called it one of the most satisfying TV comedies ever. But it was up against NBC's hit The Rockford Files and was canceled after just 8 episodes.
You fellas see that new show last night with Clint Walker? It was...
Kodiak. Yeah, that was right. Yeah, regularly fell out of my chair. Oh, wow.
Did you guys see the Texas Wheelers last night on ABC?
Friends and Lovers starred Paul Sand as Robert Dreyfuss, a young bachelor and musician who returns home to his hometown of Boston after living for a time in Denver, Colorado. Robert lands a coveted position with the Boston Symphony Orchestra. Still, while he excels in music, his love life is a different story. A hopeless romantic, Robert is quick to fall in love with any woman he meets. Yet his shy and passive nature, along with his tendency to say the wrong things at the wrong time, often leaves him unlucky in love. His older brother Charlie provides a stark contrast. He's loud, assertive, athletic, and always looking out for Robert. Meanwhile, Charlie's wife Janice, played by Penny Marshall, is starved for affection herself and can't help but mock Robert's repeated romantic mishaps. CBS had high hopes for the series, but the ratings just weren't there, and it was canceled after only 15 episodes.
Who is Paul Sand?
Isn't he one of those guys messed up with Watergate? I don't know. I think he's a hockey player.
Based on the 1968 movie of the same name, Planet of the Apes starred Ron Harper as Colonel Alan Virden and James Naughton as Major Peter J. Burke, astronauts that travel through a time barrier and crash land on a future Earth ruled by apes. They are befriended by a curious chimpanzee, played by Roddy McDowall, who tries to help them navigate and survive in this unfamiliar world. And despite the movie's success, the TV series struggled to find an audience and was canceled after only 14 episodes.
I have a birthday present for you, my love.
Oh, goody.
It's outside.
Oh, another car. How nice. Now we have a set.
No, this is our same car. Your present's in the back.
Oh, thank you, Bumpkins. It's a Sony.
Lucas Tanner was an hour-long drama series starring David Hartman as the title character. He is a former baseball player and sports writer who becomes an English teacher at the fictional Harry S. Truman Memorial High School in Webster Groves, Missouri, after the tragic loss of his wife and only child in an automobile accident. The episode often explores the challenges he faces as his unconventional teaching methods clash with the more traditional approaches of his colleagues. The show was canceled after one season. Based on the hit 1973 movie, Paper Moon follows the escapades of Mose Prey, a con man and Bible salesman played by Christopher Conley, and Addie Prey, a young girl played by Jodie Foster, who may or may not be his daughter, as they journey across the Midwest during the Great Depression. Despite the show's intriguing premise, it struggled in the ratings, competing against The Waltons, and as a result, Paper Moon was canceled after just 13 episodes. Yosemite National Park serves as a stunning background for the fictitious Sierra National Park in the NBC show Sierra, which features a beautiful theme song by John Denver.
Beneath the sky, Sierra wilderness, where eagles fly.
The series follows head ranger Jack Moore as he leads a diverse team of park employees, dealing with everything from lost visitors to friendly travelers to those who seek to be more destructive. Among the challenges is the problem bear named Cruncher. The show even featured a crossover episode with the popular medical drama Emergency. And despite its beautiful setting, Sierra struggled to attract viewers. It was up against The Waltons and it lost out every time. And Sierra was canceled after just 3 months. So that's the end of my list. Make sure to check out part 1. And if you have any memories of these shows, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this sort of content, please subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.
This is Well of Balsam Shampoo, the shampoo that conditions your hair and even repairs split ends. Well of Balsam Shampoo leaves your hair looking healthy, strong, and shiny clean. So don't just shampoo your hair, condition it at the same time with Well of Balsam Shampoo, the shampoo that conditions your hair and even repairs split ends.